Welcome to another episode of the Vaughan Show. I'm your host, Ray Vaughn. Today we have two special announcements. The first one, we have SneakyQ as a guest host from
What's
now
up,
on.
y'all? Sneaky Q. Y'all know the vibes. Catch me on all my social media platforms under the same name, Sneaky Q. You'll find me.
Let's go. And as you can see, we're recording in a new space today.
Come on, new space.
Come on. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I have a good vibe, a good feeling about this new space.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to create a lot of magical moments here. And now it's going to be like the magical school bus, along for the ride.
Along for the ride,
along
right.
for the ride. So we're going to hop right into it. Got to get out supporting black businesses first.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know I got to shout out my guy Ty and his podcast, A Work in Progress Podcast. Dope podcast.
Yeah.
Talks about everything from music to what's going on in culture events, what's going on in the world, conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Like
aliens and stuff.
Yes.
Oh.
Him and his co-host was talking about how he believed that giants is real because of the pyramids and how normal people couldn't build the pyramid. So it's very like out there stuff, but it's also music based. It's also worldly based. It's dope person. And hopefully when he come back up to Virginia, we can all do a
that would be great because I have questions.
Already. So shout out to Ty and A Work in Progress podcast. Check them out at A Work in Progress 757 on social media. A Work in Progress 757. We're gonna get into some new music.
Okay.
I gotta do the format of businesses, music, and then we'll get into the topics.
Let's do it.
New music. A Houston rapper. I don't know if you heard the song yet, because you really into R&B and poppy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a rapper. His name is Marcus Clay, and it's spelled differently. It's spelled Marqus. That's Marcus. That's how he spell it. And Clay, he spell it CLAE. And the record I'm referring to is Studio Gangster by Marcus Clay.
Definitely haven't heard. He spells his name close to mine, though. I'm Marquis.
Yes.
No E. Remember that, okay?
And I was calling him Marquise. But when I heard his interview, they said Marcus. And I was like, oh. And he wanted to explain how his name was like that and how it was a play on words, basically.
Got it.
So, Studio Gangster by him. Dope, fire-ass record. Have you had a chance to listen to Kanye's new kind of collab album, but it's a video, Bully?
No, actually, I haven't had a chance to listen to anything by Kanye West as of recent, just to be honest. No, I have not.
The first two songs is nice. I try to separate as much as I can an artist from their art.
Okay.
And the first two tracks is amazing. Once it start talking Spanishy, I really couldn't get into it because
he talking Spanish on his album.
Yes. It's very copycat Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
From
bilingual
from GNX. How Kendrick incorporated the Latino, Hispanic, LA culture into his GNX album. I feel like Kanye tried to incorporate that, and it didn't. At least it didn't work for me.
Okay, Kanye.
But the last one, our good friend, Ade Banks, cocky, whoa.
Hey.
Been that, you see in the glow.
Yeah. Me and my cat was walking around the house this morning singing it as I was texting Damien, making sure I'm getting the lyrics right. Because let me tell you something. One thing about me and rap lyrics, I try so hard to catch the flow and the pace, but okay, I'm not a rapper.
No, but his is dope. It's catchy. It's fun. It has lyrics. I actually had to look up and see what he was talking about when he was like, and don't make me call Portia from
don't make me call Portia.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a good line in it.
So shout out to Ade Banks. Streaming now anywhere you consume music, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Tidal, whether it's Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, AudioMac, wherever you consume music, go consume Cocky by I. Dave Banks and give an honest review. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. Share it and run it up. He's a dope upcoming artist, and I cannot wait till I see his visuals because I already know that's going to be on like
for sure
some Doja Cat type of creative.
Ooh, level. I get chills because that's my friend, y'all, and I love him. So
definitely, So we're gonna hop right into it. The first topic is got to be Kanye West and the DJ Academics interview.
Both of them frustrate me beyond.
Definitely, me too. But we're in a media space, so we have to consume certain things.
Why not?
On it.
Why not?
Did you see? Yes. Did you see the interview?
I tried to get into it. Just being full transparent here, I could not. Between Kanye and that wardrobe.
The KKK outfit.
Oh my God. And then he had the nerve for it to be all black. And then just looking at DJ Academics, it was a no for me.
You can tell DJ Academics, this was his first time doing an interview like this. He was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you could tell.
And that's with Kanye because you never know where it's going to go. You never know if he's going to spaz out on you.
You never know what side of him you're going to get because there are multiple.
Yes. And whether it was about like an hour and 5 minute video interview, the only thing I agreed, because I watched the whole thing, the only thing I agreed with Kanye on was his stance about Jim Jones.
What did he say about Jim Jones?
Well, Jim Jones wanted him to go to a meeting. So this how it played. Jim Jones was talking to somebody and was like, yo, I can get Kanye to come to this meeting to talk about a crypto coin or whatever. And that person couldn't get in contact with Kanye. He didn't know his people, but Jim Jones do.
Okay.
So that guy said, if you can get Kanye to come to this meeting about this crypto, I will give you $2 million.
Oh.
So Jim called Kanye, yo, they talking about, I can get some money if you come to the meeting, So Kanye was like, yeah, fuck it. We fuck with each other. I fuck with you. Like, if you get $2 million just by me showing up to a meeting, whether I agree with the shit or not.
Yeah, I'll be there because it's helping somebody I know and love, right?
Yes. So he went, got it, did the meeting or whatever. Jim Jones got the $2 million. Kanye and Jim was supposed to be doing some street fashion together. So after the meeting or whatever, a few days later, Kanye hit Jim and was like, yo, can you send me a PDF of what all the young niggas in New York is wearing? All the fresh niggas, so I can put my mind to it. I can start creating shit.
Right.
Jim Jones said, I ain't know how to do it.
Oh.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, DJ Academics told Kanye, well, maybe he didn't know how to do it. And Kanye, out his mouth, said, you couldn't tell me a young nigga that's around Jim Jones didn't know how to do it?
Which makes sense because that's what I see circulating on his social media. Like he do be around a lot of younger people.
Come on.
So in my head, utilize what you have, right?
And if somebody around you can't do it, motherfucker, I just put $2 million in your pocket.
Find somebody that can.
I mean, Google and YouTube. You can YouTube anything and it tells you how to do it.
You can use ChatGPT.
Come on. Okay?
And I'm just saying.
It was an iPhone. Shit, if you go to the PDF help tips on the iPhone, it tells you how to do it.
Okay, lay it all out for you. Absolutely right.
So Kanye was upset. It's like, you didn't even put no effort into doing something that could have brought me joy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I sat down with these people and you got $2 million and I ain't say nothing. I ain't asked for a percentage of that $2 million. And I agree with that. And he called Jim Jones a bitch ass Faggot. I think I spelled it right.
Bundle of sticks. I don't know. Why you didn't talk to Chrissy? Didn't she do Vamp Life? I'm just.
Well, they ain't with each other no more.
Oh, they not?
No.
Oh wow.
No, and
she got out.
Yes, and I heard he with a young girl now, and
I never knew she
he
got out.
proposed to her.
We're waiting on you to get out, Yandy.
And they ready to get married. Yeah, he was with Chrissy all that time, and as soon as he got with a young girl, it's sad. It's sad. Niggas do
that. Is awful.
Yeah. You say Yandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yandy does. I don't know. She does.
I'm waiting on Yandy and Rashida to get up out of them relationships.
Now, don't go about Rashida. I ain't gonna say about Rashida. But Yandy, I seen one clip when the girl was like, "Yeah, he was DMing me, and I
DMing her niece or something like that." And Yandy was like, "Oh, that was me."
That was you, Yandy.
That was Yandy. That was Yandy. She was telling y'all she already knew what was going on. She did that to see how these people gonna move in her man's DMs.
I don't think so.
Okay, Team Yandy.
It could have been, or put it you in another light, it could have been Mendices and her has an understanding. I do what I do out in the streets. Mm-hmm. They don't bring it to you. I still respect you as my wife. I'm not doing all this extra shit, taking pictures, giving a woman the opportunity to disrespect you as my wife. But what's understood don't got to be spoken on sometimes.
Well, you know, who needs all of that when you have friends like Yandy's?
What does that mean?
They're gonna bring it to a straightforward. Like, here, girl, not gonna cut the corner. I might cry because it's my people. That's but it was Yandy all along, so we don't have anything to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any closing thoughts on the Ye and DJ Academics interview?
Well, as far as I go, again, didn't watch too much of the interview myself because of the two people in it. I just don't agree with a lot of the things that they say out in the public or just even through social media. But I mean, as far as that one part that you were talking about, I can fully agree with that. I do feel like I had your back in a moment. You could have had my back in a moment. You chose not to. Don't ask me for no more favors. Yeah. And that's just it. You got to know when to cut the line off. You got to know when.
I completely agree.
That would have been it for me.
I completely agree. Did you see that? I think I sent it to you about the new thing. Now everybody want to be Chris Hansen. Everybody.
With the Catch a Predator show.
Yeah. On the internet.
Yeah, they be doing it on social media. Like, it be people following these.
And I used to watch it.
They be fighting these people, like, y'all. They be fighting
hours at a time. Me watching a stream of them catching predators, and it's usually older men.
Yeah.
With younger men or younger girls, but this time it was an 18-year-old trying to link up with a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they slapped old boy up. They slapped the 18-year-old up, kind of put their hands on him physically and intimidated him. And correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I could understand that if that was a 30. I could understand that if that was a late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60-year-old man.
I can understand that if they were 19 and the girl was 16, no shade.
I could kind of understand that as well. I could kind of understand that as well. But 18 and 16, that's like a junior. That's like a sophomore and a senior.
The only reason I feel so different about it is because, you know, honestly, we don't know what the birthdays are.
Yes.
Suppose he just turned 18.
Yes.
Suppose she, you know, was already 16.
Come on.
You know, we just don't know.
Come on.
And for everybody to just assume because this young man is 18 and this young lady is 16 that it was just so super wrong. I do feel like that's crazy. And then to approach him and to get physical.
That's even crazier.
I can 100% guarantee you my people would have been at all y'all door.
Yeah, definitely.
Because don't touch me, number one. Number two, you don't know what you're talking about. Now, again, like you said, I could see if it was somebody early 20s, late 30s, however old, but that's not the case.
No.
And in my opinion, that was borderline bullying. Excuse me?
And assault.
Yeah. Yes. Like, what do you mean? I'm pressing charges.
Yes.
I'm pressing charges.
To the fullest extent of the law. Yes.
And that's just how I felt about it.
I agree.
I think it's crazy. I don't agree with it. I agree.
Handle
the people that need to be handled,
mm-hmm.
but read the room and
Definitely.
assess the situation before you just go off, left.
Context and situations matter.
It does. It does.
Context
it definitely
and situations
does.
matter. I was going to go into a 50-50 type of deal, but I feel like that'll take up a huge part of the... Let's just see where it goes.
Right.
And if we have to cut it off and put it on part 2 next episode,
we can definitely do that.
What are your thoughts on 50-50 relationships?
50-50 relationships. So personally, I feel like what works for your relationship works for your relationship. But let's start with that. That's number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if, both partners decide, hey, we're going to split everything 50-50, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I don't mind a 50-50. In my last relationship, my ex made money, okay, way more than what I currently make.
Gotcha.
And that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
He never expected me to split anything 50-50 with him. I would offer certain things. He was just more so like, we're good. We both understood the dynamic of our financial situations, and we played our cards, correctly when it came to certain things. Everybody don't like it. Like what I don't like, I see it on social media all the time. I see women say, if a man's asking me to go 50-50 with the bills, then he ain't getting this, he don't need this, da 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 da. What's wrong with contributing to the betterment of your household?
Thank you. Especially when
I don't get that.
Can speak for myself, and I can probably speak for a huge percentage of young Black men and women that's in our age demographic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us saw our mama doing it all by herself. So
mama, grandma,
if
aunts,
we saw the women in our life doing it all by themselves, why not appreciate a man or a woman, however you get down, contributing something?
Yeah.
I think not even social media. To an extent. Social media and reality TV shows like the Real Housewives have distorted the view of young women today. Not all, but a lot.
But a nice chunk of them, for sure.
Because you can expect to be a housewife if nothing that you present is housewifely, is motherly, is wife material.
Okay.
I can tell from my situation. And it took me a minute to realize what my partner was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I pay the rent, the car insurance, basically all of the big bills.
The big major things.
In the house. And my partner take care of everything else.
Okay.
Whatever that may be, whether it's food, whether it's cleaning up, whether it's laundry, he takes care of that. So my thing would be, and he sat me down one day and explained to me, like, you make fucking damn near
X and X and X and X amount of money.
Yes.
Okay.
And I make X.
Okay.
So it would be unfair for us to go 50-50 because we're not on an equal financial playing field.
Right.
And when he broke it down to me like that, I was like, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
As long as you do X, Y, and Z.
Absolutely.
And that works for us.
And that works, And I feel like that's probably where a lot of the problems come in at is even when something like that is presented, it's being denied still. Like, okay, well, why can't you take care of this, and this? You already taking care of majority of whatever. Just you handle this too. No. What am I going to have for myself?
But some of these women out here don't want nothing.
And you know what? It's not even just the women. Unfortunately, it is just the women. It's not. I have met quite a couple of men in the LGBTQ plus community who fully agree with certain women when it comes to that 50-50 thing. Mm-hmm. As far as if I'm loving on you, making sure you're fed, washing your drawers, that I shouldn't have to pay a dime in this house. I'm sorry.
If that's the trade-off that you want, trust and believe me, we can do that trade-off.
Right.
But I had this conversation with my mother a few days ago, and I used the example of Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
That was my movie.
When that man on their 20th wedding anniversary came home with his new bitch, and she said
Charles,
and he was out. He got a U-Haul outside for her.
It had her stuff being moved. Go ahead, because
that means you didn't do anything to move that man to say, I can't live without her. Because I can get another bitch that clean. I can get another bitch that cook. I can get another bitch that do my laundry.
Well, in all fairness, she won't doing that either. They had a maid. They had a maid.
Does she complete me mentally, physically, spiritually?
Yeah.
When I'm having a messed up day, does she bring me out of my darkness?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times these young women could see the glitz and glamour of, yeah, I can get a big house. Yeah, I can get a Benz or a Beamer. Yeah, I can get 2-3 kids because he want 2-3 kids on his arm when we go out places and shit like that. But the one time he wake up and say, shit, I don't really want this with her no more. She has nothing to
she had nothing to fall back on.
And he has nothing to say, well, damn, she at least helped me spiritually, helped me mentally. Nothing. She was just fucking me good.
Charles wasn't even thinking about that. Charles was just going to the next piece. Because the one thing that Helen didn't give Charles was that child. And unfortunately, he already had that child.
I mean, yeah.
And so he was stuck with that.
And shit like that. Look, this is my thing. If my wife can't give me a child and I really want a child and I'm pressing that issue, we have to come to a situation and an agreement and a compromise of, I still love you. I still want to have a life with you. I still want you to be the mother of this child. But we're going to have to get a surrogate.
And that's fine.
And as soon as the baby is born, I'm sorry to say it this way, but this is life. We're going to give this woman money that gives up rights to these kids, and you can raise these kids as the mother. But I want a kid from my own blood.
Yeah.
And that's a conversation that could have been had, I feel.
Well, it was more than that. It was more to it than that. It had to have been more to it than that.
Yes, of course.
For him to have dragged that girl out the house the way he dragged her out the house.
And it's all situational. What works for one person relationship doesn't work for everybody else.
Absolutely. That's why I say you go with what works for you. What works for you?
Yes, but sometimes what you think works for you, when you get in it, you may not like it.
Then that's when you got to make that decision to.
Some of our grandparents and our grandmothers knew that Papa had a family across town, but that bitch ain't never come to the house. That bitch ain't never disrespected your grandmother.
She knew her place.
She knew her place.
Absolutely.
And your grandfather never put his hands on your grandmother. Always gave her the money to pay for the bills, pay for
buy
food.
The new washing machine.
Never said, shut the fuck up, bitch, I'm going to my other family house. But what was understood didn't have to be spoken on.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like we lost that in our generation because grandma carried that to the grave. She really didn't tell her
But
kids.
You know what? I also think that I don't think that was the most
common, but
positive.
What you mean positive?
I don't think that was the most positive way to go about things. Like the stories that my grandma told me about my grandfather, God rest his soul. Listen, I would not have been able to deal with it. So I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? So after my grandma gave birth to my mom, my grandfather hit the road for a trip. Man was gone for 3 months. 3 months after his wife gave birth to their daughter. Only thing my grandma was worried about was him sending her money to buy a new washing machine. That was it.
I mean,
no. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy
because
to me.
I guarantee you,
I don't agree with it.
If your grandma,
I would have fought John. I would have fought him. I would have fought him.
Baby, you can't. A man gonna do what a man gonna do.
I'm not with it. You know what? I'm not with the old school times. I will never be with the old school times.
And that's my thing with these young girls. You want somebody to take care of you. Sometimes that come with things.
It does.
Sometimes
Agreed.
For you to have that big house, for you to swipe that debit card and not check your banking app to make sure you got enough.
Mm-hmm.
For you to have that type of freedom, comes with probably shut the fuck up. Comes with probably have a woman or two out there in the streets. Ain't gonna be so carte blanche and so arrogant where they come into the house, they calling your phone, but what's understood don't got to be spoken on.
You know what that actually reminded me of? Everything you just said right there.
What?
On the movie Set It Off. What was her name? What was Jada Pinkett Smith's character? What was it? Smokey?
Slim? No.
Okay, well, Jada's character. The scene where she's talking to Nate, she was like, "I'm in a bind, Nate," and
he started.
She was like, "You know, da 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 da. Just make sure I get the money." He was like, "I'm not giving you nothing until I'm done with you." Now, if y'all notice, she didn't get to leave until the next morning. That means this man was pounding on her all night to earn that check.
If you want you want this $40, right?
Let me tell you something. I don't know.
I'm not saying this is my thing. I have known women to fuck for $40 in an eighth.
$40
in an eighth.
In an eighth is crazy. You gonna at least give me a zit.
So everybody has their price.
Yeah, I'm not.
And some people prices are better or worse than other people. That's it. I'm just saying.
I feel like if I was on the market, I'd probably be a little expensive too. So you gotta get your money how you get your money, I guess.
So that was just my little thing. It's all situational, and it's sad that I know for a certain I seen my mother do it by herself, and none of my sisters, thank God, have that type of mentality of I need a man to take care of me.
Yeah.
Because, and I hate, and this is the thing, and we can move on after this, but this is the thing the one thing I hate when women say, well, I'm already taking care of myself. What can you bring to the table? This is my thing. If you already taking care of yourself, then what do you need me to take care of you for? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's come together so we can build generational wealth for our family. If that's what we see for each other. It's the whole
take care of me. I just don't like hearing that. How about we take care of each other? How about we pour into one another?
But
how about
then, if that man take care of you, when he's done with you, oh, how can he take my car? How can he kick me out of the house?
Well, because you had no claims to any of it. You know,
I have nothing.
Y'all's relationship was what is it? Transactional? Right. Your relationship was transactional, if that's the case.
He said, hey, you like nails? I can buy you a nail salon. You don't even got to build it. I can buy one that's already up and making money and got estheticians already in there. No, I'm cool. I don't really want to. So when he moves away from you and you have nothing, that's nobody but your own fault.
Yeah, especially listen, ladies, once they start dishing you the money, put the money away. Put it to the side. Put it to the side.
Come on.
To the side.
Jay-Z always said, don't let him give you hard dick and bubble gum.
You think Beyonce walked in that relationship with no money of her own? You think Michelle Obama said, listen, Barack, I need you to take care of me? No. If I'm not mistaken, both of them was lawyers. Both of them was moving and shaking. Both of them. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I say you have to pour into your partner.
Yes.
You know, yes. It just, in my opinion, it doesn't work if y'all aren't pouring into each other.
And you can't be mad if you're not pouring into him that he takes his pitcher and his cup and pour into another woman, more prettier, younger woman than yourself.
Because they do.
Yes.
Because they do.
So we're going to get into Sneaky Q's topics, and we're going to see.
Yes. All right.
Go from there.
So, new to this. Everybody know I'm new to this.
Sneaky Q.
Q's Clues. We gonna once we get the beat and everything together for it's gonna pop off. So don't even worry about that, right?
Q's
All right.
Clues.
So first off, and I know this is kind of old, but I really wanted to talk about it for a second. Mm-hmm. The Memphis couple charged after viral video shows the tow truck driver ran over the man's head. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts. I've seen the video, mm-hmm. and I reposted it on Twitter mm-hmm. with the surprise face because I did not think, and my partner is so squeamish when I was telling him what happened, not even showing him the video, mm-hmm. just describing what happened. He told me to stop. He didn't want to hear it. But when I didn't know it was going to go like that. I thought he was going to roll over his arm, his head, his leg or something. But when I saw that man roll over his head,
backed up.
And
on that man's head.
When that man, and I watched it at least 30 times.
Yeah, I watched it a few times. Because I thought I heard a skull crack.
Before the man rolled over, it won't no red right there. When he ran over, mm-hmm. it was red, so you can tell his skin pulled back, and it was basically red and white meat. I was like, oh my God.
That was awful. That was awful.
But he could have died.
You know what? He could have, and I'm so glad that he didn't.
Yes.
He came out with, what was it? He suffered arm pain and sustained abrasions on his head from the encounter.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, listen.
Definitely see that.
I don't agree with the situation. However, when you saw him hop over the ramp to get in the car, why did you run to that car, drop down, and roll yourself under there? Why would you think, oh, he's going to stop? No, food. They try not to get their car repoed.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop.
Yeah.
What did we learn?
Have a partner with you.
How about not rolling a car that's getting ready to pull off?
Because
I think that's what. Because having a partner with me is only going to have them.
No, but having if you see, some tow trucks, they have partners for that very reason.
And right,
because your partner could have been at the door, mm-hmm. so he couldn't have gotten into mm-hmm. the driver's seat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But even in that probably would have went so left. Let's just thank God that this man survived.
Yes.
He's okay.
Yes.
The couple they have been arrested, rightfully so.
I don't think the woman should have been arrested.
I do, because she stood right there. She literally was telling the man, hurry up, babe, get over it and she was telling him to hurry up and get in the car. And then did she try to console the man?
A little bit.
Get the fuck off me. Because you about to piss me off.
And the man was like, oh, you going to jail?
Yes, you're going to jail now. As he walks to the camera to turn the camera off. Sir, leave the camera. Well, you know what? I'm glad you recorded that.
And then this is my thing that pissed me off, y'all. It kind of made me laugh. The nigga backed up and couldn't really go nowhere.
And it took him like a good 5-10 minutes just to get out of the spot. You dummy.
He couldn't even make a great escape, yo.
Dummy.
I was like, sick. Yo.
All right, well, that was one of the first topics I want to talk about. We're going to keep these things light. We're going to keep them moving, okay, y'all?
Come on.
The next thing I want to talk about is my girl, my good sis, my Galinda. Stop playing with her. Ariana Grande becomes the first female artist with 20 songs over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Shout out to the External Sunshine album and the External Sunshine Deluxe album. Girl, you got me through. Okay, I'm going to read this quote that somebody put online, and I just want y'all to know I agree with your whole heart, and I don't care what any of you say. I don't think people realize how iconic and impactful she is. Y'all should be glad she's not chart hungry, because each of y'all faves would be cooked, fried, eaten up, because she's that girl.
See, I'm not really a big Ariana fan.
I am.
I never listened to her albums. I've heard her most
You've
popular.
Done yourself a huge disservice.
I'm not really a poppy type girl to listen to. I've listened to a lot of different music, but pop is really not one of them.
You know what? I get that. I don't think her last album was super poppy. I don't. External Sunshine, I really don't.
She do some weird shit on Disney and
Nickelodeon. That wasn't her. That was Dan Schneider. But we're not going to talk about it. Ooh.
But she did it.
She was a child. Okay, she was a child. She was subjected to all of this craziness. And you know what? Moving past you, Ariana, Love you, mama. Congratulations on all your streams on Spotify, girl. You deserve it, and we love you here. Me and Ray both. We love you.
Yes, I have no ill will feelings towards her.
My next topic, y'all, I know it's very controversial, and to be honest, I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but I do agree with some of these things, okay? So Raven-Symoné's revelation, right? Okay. I'm not African American. I'm just American. Ray, what do you think about that? What do you think about her saying that? She did an interview with Jason Lee. I don't know if you caught any of it at all, but
I hate Jason Lee.
I don't like him either, but I did want to watch that interview.
Hate, because I can't hate nobody that I don't know personally, but it's just I don't like his coke-filled, rage-filled content.
Yeah.
But to Raven-Symoné, the whole I can see what she getting at,
right?
Because I identify myself as a Black American.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
I do as well.
Identify as African American, and that upsets people. But this is my thing, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. That term African American came from Jesse Jackson in
I don't know.
the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. The next episode I'm gonna confirm that. Yes,
we're gonna spin the block.
But if I'm right, and I feel like I'm right, it came from Jesse Jackson in the late 70s, 80s, and he was pushing for that term. So if that's the case, that means African American as a term has only been around 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
We are Black Americans. And the reason why I don't identify as an African American is because I don't identify with Africa. Not their food, not their culture, not anything.
Yeah, and I definitely can understand what you mean by that too. I mean, I've never even been to Africa.
Me either.
Okay, I've never tried African food, and don't get me wrong, I love the culture.
Yes.
I love my people.
Yes.
However, for y'all to hound that girl for saying I'm Black American, not African American, I just think it's absolutely crazy because she's not from Africa. No. Yes, our ancestors are from Africa, but what did she? I think she said something along the lines of like, how far down our bloodline does it have to be for us to no longer be considered African Americans? I'm going to read something that I kind of like jotted down.
And to this point, when we talk about African, I really don't like the energy that Tyler gives off.
The Make Me Sway.
Yes.
I don't know too much about her. I just know I like 2 or 3 of her songs.
She gives a preppy type of. First, let me just say this, and I don't want to offend nobody, or this is just my personal opinion. I feel Black people around this world, for some reason or another, always look down on Black Americans. They say we lazy. They say we don't work for anything. We ratchet. We ghetto. And when I say Black people from around this world, I mean Africans. Mm-hmm. I mean Jamaicans. Mm-hmm. I mean Haitians. Mm-hmm. I mean everybody from the Caribbean.
Right.
I've
heard some really crazy and rude stuff from certain
cultures
and Black stuff like
cultures
that, for sure.
That's not Black American.
Yeah.
And they always rooted into don't be like those Black people. Don't be ratchet. Mm-hmm. Don't be ghetto. Don't be lazy. And I take offense to that.
Yeah, I do too. But also, I know who I am.
Yes.
I'm good with who I am. I've always been good with who I am, and no other person is going to make me feel like I'm less than because I'm not from your country. Sorry, not sorry.
I agree. Or I don't eat fufu. Or I don't eat ackee.
I'm not slapping it, and I don't want to eat with my fingers. So
no, and
I want to try it though. So no shade.
No, shout out to my
that Agusi soup stuff look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to my Jamaican brethren and my Haitian brethren.
I still want to try some fufu.
You know, I'm not like Trump.
Soup.
I don't think y'all eating the cats out there and spread.
Well, I still believe that the Chinese people be cooking them things up and selling it to us. But I'm not gonna say nothing because I like it.
But how can we be racist like that?
Have you ever really looked at a chicken teriyaki on a stick? Do that look like a chicken? Or do that look like the body shape of a little rat?
I can just tell you what it tastes like. It tastes kind of like chicken.
Okay. Well,
some things you don't speak on.
Right.
Hopefully.
Well, that was for that part. All right. I got a couple more things to say, y'all. We're gonna move on to this. So Viola Davis actually spoke out in an interview. I want to say maybe like a week or so ago. Viola Davis judged Chadwick Boseman for the special treatment that he received while filming Black Panther, not knowing that he was sick at the time. Now that was news for, I think, the world, because none of us would have guessed that she thought that, right? So I guess her thing was, on set, she saw that he was receiving back rubs, and they were playing like meditative music and everything for him, again because of his sickness. But yeah, she was so confused. She says in the interview, "There was a part of me that was a little judgmental. Why do you need all of that?" Davis said. "Little did I know they were doing it because he was dying." People, and we're not going to attack my good auntie because it ain't never been that. Know. She didn't know. She came out and said it. But for real, y'all, we really do have to stop, and myself included, judging people based on their outward appearance. I get it. We live in a cold world, but we have to have compassion for other people. Great. You don't know anyone's walk. You don't know their lifestyle. You don't know what they've been through, where they're going, or what it took for them to get to that place. Mm-hmm. We have to learn how to take some of the judgment out of opinions when it comes to other people. And even then, just leave it to yourself. It doesn't need to be announced. It doesn't need to be a thing. Just stop. And again, that's myself included, and even some of my friends. But I do feel like if we kind of just hone in on that, it'll change a lot of things, because we are a very judgmental society.
And I could kind of, and this is how I look at it. Mm-hmm. When you have two different type of reactions, depending on if you operating off of two different types of information.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like from the get-go, if he would have told her like, "Yo, I'm sick," da da da, not even go all into it.
Yeah.
Just say, "Hey, I'm dealing with serious health problems." She could have been like, "Okay, so that's why he's getting the massages." Mm-hmm. Because Black Panther is a very athletic movie.
It is.
Where you have to be running, fighting scenes, sequences, and all this shit.
He was doing so much, and we never knew.
Yeah, and his body was probably hurting. And I could the natural human reaction is, damn, how is he getting all this? Mm-hmm. And it don't take me to do all this. Mm-hmm. And I kind of understand when you said we had to change that, because for me, I have to change that. If I can do something and I can do it in a certain type of way, whether it's quick in a time type of fashion, or if it's spot on and type of like delivery quality, I have very little sympathy for other people that can't. And I get that's something I have to work on.
But you acknowledged it.
Yes.
You acknowledging it, you understand it, so at this point it's just like moving forward, you just have to apply it.
Yes.
It can be. It's not gonna happen overnight. Little steps. As soon the moment you see yourself judging somebody and you don't know the situation, it's as simple as saying, "You know what? Let me cut it out." And this to yourself, let me cut that out because I actually don't know, and I'm just assuming based on what they look like. Mm-hmm. Let me chill.
I agree. I definitely.
But agree. That was as far as that goes. Do we have time for a couple more topics?
Come on.
Okay, all right, let's get into it. All right, y'all. So now I'm about to get into my little side. All right, so JT from the one half of the City Girls, no longer City Girls. JT denies skin bleaching rumors and getting lip fillers. Okay, my thing is, why do you keep addressing something that you've addressed multiple times? You claim it's not true. We get it. Now at this point, I'm starting to think you're lying because, sis, I saw you before pictures, even when you had your braces on. My lips look the same with braces on and off. I don't know if it's because I have nice full lips or not, but you see them. Her lips don't look the same, sis. Now, the skin bleaching, I don't think she had any skin bleaching done. I really do think that's just makeup for whatever reason it is. But y'all celebrities get so many things done, and y'all act like we don't watch y'all on a daily. Y'all act like some people don't watch y'all on a daily, or y'all don't pop up on people's social media timelines, or just whatever the case is. We see you all the time. We're going to notice if your cheeks went from here to here. We're going to notice an eyebrow lift. We're going to notice if your lips are a little bit plump. She decides to go on live with, I guess, her lip on. And she goes, y'all keep talking about my lips. See, watch this. See, now they look regular. No, the fuck they did not. They look the damn same, girl. We know when you overline your lips. We get it. We get the whole overlining the lip thing.
To make it pop.
To make it pop. To make your lips look bigger. To make your lips look fuller. Okay, but that's not what it is. You overline your lips. Yes, girlfriend. You do. And it looks good. Mm-hmm. But we also know that you got, some lip fillers, lip injections, whatever you call them. I don't need them. I don't want them. But my thing is, why lie to the fans?
How do you know? She could have probably did a remedy or
ain't no remedy that's gonna make your lips plump.
Remedy.
Not but the lip plumpers don't even really make your lip plump. I was
about to say the little suction cups that they
the Kylie Jenner challenge was crazy. That's what that just made me think about.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she could have did something like that, which technically she didn't get fillers, but technically that's your natural lips either. Playing that technicality game because that's what a lot of artists do.
It could be. I just feel like if I was in the spotlight and I got work done and people and my fans or just whoever was, making all these claims or just whatever, it's not, some of us just aren't in your tax bracket, girl. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I got the lip fillers done and I look damn good with them because the lips do pop.
Yeah.
They are full. They look good.
Basically, the SZA type of mentality. Because I've seen them
SZA?
I've seen them before.
I love SZA, but the denying left and right is actually really crazy.
Yeah, because I seen the before pictures. I was like,
I recently saw the before pictures, maybe like a couple of years ago.
I was like,
excuse me. SZA looks like a complete different person.
Yes.
She does not look like the same person that she was entering into the business.
No,
she does not.
And for me, she did such a great job because before I saw the before pictures, you could not tell me that SZA didn't get pushed out her mama womb like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought it was natural.
Me too.
I thought it was natural.
I thought it was natural, and it was a great job.
Again, kudos to your surgeon, girl.
Yes.
Just stop denying it, because you're lying.
And regular girls.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Take notice of what SZA did. She got the thighs to match. Let me tell you why we always go at y'all BBLs and why we say y'all look
ant bodies.
That's what it be.
And then everybody has the same body structure. You put there's no difference.
Niecy Nash from Reno 911 booty on a Keke Palmer frame. That is, those two things don't go together.
Yeah. I'm starting to see a lot of the girls who got like BBLs and stuff. Now I'm starting to see them like get with trainers to work out their legs and stuff to get their, I guess legs bigger to match their butts.
Yes.
And some of the girls are actually really hitting it and starting to look a lot better.
Yes, and natural.
But, when you decide to just go all in and get the BBL and
2 sizes above your current thighs.
Why not aim for a more natural looking butt? Yes, it can be bigger, but let's aim for something that looks a little bit more natural. I remember in the 90s growing up, I would see so many different body sizes from thick women to smaller framed women to women with big butts or just big breasts and just anything. And it's just like, I felt like the body types, it was just so many of them back then.
Yeah, I agree.
And now it's not. But
because everybody has a look that they want to go for.
Yeah.
And don't want to compromise, I guess. We can get through another topic or two before we wrap it up.
Okay, listen, you don't got to tell me but once. All right, so these next two, we're going to make it real cute, short. All right, Justin Bieber crashing out on live. I saw the video. It made me a little sad. Not that I was ever this huge Justin Bieber fan, but just to see his decline in appearance. And this is one of those things that we were talking about not judging people. It's hard not to when you look so out of place and out of touch with reality.
Yes.
So I'm not going to go in on Justin Bieber because I don't want to. Prayers to you, though. I hope everything is okay. I hope, whatever needs to works out for you. But yeah, man, I hope you get the help that you need or that you're looking for.
And I didn't see the Justin Bieber live.
Yeah, I was so confused.
I think I caught I was scrolling somewhere and I caught maybe 5 to 10 seconds. But it reminded me of Kodak Black, how he be looking strung the fuck out, yo. Like bad, like
real bad.
Junky bad.
I just feel so bad when I see stuff like that. And I know it's like, dang, y'all put yourselves in these, positions and situations. So why do I feel bad? But it's like you're so young, you have so much life, and you have all the people that just love you. But whatever you have going on internally just isn't matching.
Yes,
and that's the sad part about it.
I agree.
Yeah,
and with Justin Bieber, could be some shit, traumatic shit happening.
I'm like, where's his team? Where's his wife? Where's his kid?
Yeah.
Where's his happiness? It sucks to see stuff like that. All right, y'all. Last thing that I want to talk about. Chris Brown encourages fans not to wear a red bandana to his concert, which I thought was so funny. I did not know that Chris Brown was
a game banger.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I watch him, but I did not know that. I noticed that he does the red flag around his mics and stuff sometimes, but I thought it was like the gimmick of it all.
When he got popping or whatever, and he started living out in LA, I guess he ran up on the Pyrus and Bloods out there, and however you want to look at it, I look at it as kind of extortion. And the reason why I say I look at it as extortion, because there's no way a multi-Grammy, multi-platinum, multi-millionaire artist, man, wants to join a gang because he wants to join a gang. And if that's the case, then something is wrong with you, Chris Brown. I think that is
absolutely crazy. I think that is absolutely crazy. However, Chris Brown said on his for the Breezy Bowl XX tour.
And why the fuck he ain't coming to Virginia?
Listen, you know how you do when it comes to his people. I would highly advise y'all to not do that. Just get brown bandana so y'all won't run into any problems. I don't want people to get the wrong impression and promote the wrong thing. Simply promoting positivity. We love that for you, Chris Brown.
Because he didn't want people to say he was promoting gangbanging and Bloods.
Yeah.
But this is my thing.
Isn't he promoting it anyway? Having red bandanas and stuff in his videos? Oh, okay.
I've been promoting it for years. And if you come at him crazy or any type of disrespect, he always get on that old Pyru, old on Bloods, old on gang shit. So it's crazy to me for you to say that out your mouth.
Is that why the boy Desi Banks be on Instagram when he be doing his little hood boy videos? He be like, on Pyro or Pyru.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Because gangbangers put it on
I never knew that. Oh.
They put it on their sets.
And see, you got Summer out here putting everything on her mama.
See?
For y'all that know that now. If you don't, you don't.
But what can you expect from a Tappahannock Virginia nigga? A northern that we don't even... The best part of Virginia is the 757.
Okay. Talk about it.
And everybody outside of the 757, we don't even
irrelevant.
Look at you as Virginia. Yeah. We kind of look at y'all as West Virginians, to be honest with you. Yeah. Like Virginia, the Virginia that matters is the 757 area.
Call it. Specifically, Bad News, Hampton, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Suffolk.
Heavy on the Portsmouth.
Chesapeake.
Shout out Cavalier Manor.
Okay. But yeah, it's like that. Appreciate it, Chris.
I guess. But do a fucking show in the state that you from, nigga. I don't get that.
Yeah.
And me and Dave was going back and forth because he's an artist. And me and him was going back and forth. I'm like, well, my thing, if I was an artist, I would make sure at least 1 or 2 shows of me doing a tour would be in the city.
Like every tour, I'm gonna do one in where I'm from, type of deal. I get that.
Yes.
I feel like his fans from back home would definitely appreciate that more instead of us having to buy these tickets to drive to DC. Because listen, the way my friends are already buying tickets, Chris, you won't see me.
No, definitely not.
You will not see me.
But if you was at the Hampton Coliseum or the Norfolk Arena or the Norfolk Scope, I would love that.
Probably would have went for sure.
And that's something that if you say, oh, he only doing stadiums, you could have sold out the Norfolk Scope for 2 to 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's not a stadium, but I'm doing something back for my community where I'm from. Well, he ain't really from down
But it would have sold though.
Yes, it would have sold definitely. It would have sold out at least 2 or 3 of those nights.
For sure.
If not all 3.
For sure.
Any closing statements?
No closing remarks on mine end. Just make sure y'all follow me, okay?
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, SneakyQ. The word sneaky, the letter Q. You're going to see me. You're going to love me. Follow me on TikTok. Thank you.
Come on. And you already know, it's your boy Ray Vaughan. Follow me on IG, Twitter, TikTok, Ray Vaughan, 2 underscores. Ray Vaughan with 2 underscores. Follow the Ray Vaughan Show on IG and TikTok at the Ray Vaughan Show. All one word, the Ray Vaughan Show on TikTok and IG. And this has been a dope episode. Thank you again for SneakyQ for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna make some great memories together.
For sure. Be prepared.
And like, comment, subscribe, share the video. If you want us to talk about something else, let us know. If you want us to talk about certain topics, let us know. We are here for our community.
There you go.
Wherever that may be. So it's been the Ray Vaughan Show with SneakyQ.
Peace.